Hey guys, it's me Noel coming at you with another video. Sorry about not uploading on Thursday. Something happened. File got corrupted. Eventually that video will come out probably Tuesday. But I'm here with Serge. Serge, tell him what you're playing.
I'm playing 60 card memes.
I know that we've given you 60 card Lightsworn before and we've given you Shadow Dinos, so I thought it'd be cool to bring Serge on, who is obviously a better player than me and James. And is going to show you Lightsworn Dinos. And without further ado, I'm going to let him talk.
Alright, so start off, we play our 6 Lightsworns, 3 Raiden, and 3 Wolf. Both level 4s. Raiden's a level good tuner to summon. It's a great normal summon as well. And it's just targets for charge of Light Brigade so you can mill more. And solo recharge fodder. Raiden just gets you mill 2 when you summon him, mill 2 when you end phase. And he's just another level 4 end tuner that lets you go into things like Omega, Minerva, etc. It's just a good, overall good normal summon. Next we got the Dinos, 3 Oviraptor, 1 Rex. Oviraptor searches literally every Dino in the deck. Rex is mostly just for the snow fodder and for the pill. Oviraptor is actually like one of the nuttiest cards. I don't know why they didn't hit this over miscellaneous, but you know, that's Konami. Next we got 2 Qualtus and 2 Ultimate Conductor. Qualtus is solely just to search the pill and summon off the pill. Same thing with Tyranno. You can summon Tyranno using its actual summoning method, which isn't that hard to pull off. And Qualtus is usually summoned off the pill. Next thing, next we play the 1 Kaiju because I hate Masterpiece. It's just an overall good thing to have in the deck because Oviraptor can search it and also can be summoned off the pill in case you don't want to get Kaiju'd. Yeah, overall just a good card to have. Next we play Zombies, 3 Mezuki, 2 Unizombie, 1 Spirit Master, and 2 Solitaire. Pretty much standard. It's a 1 card, Solitaire becomes one card rank 4, and a 1 card level 8 synchro like Omega or Scarlight or Beals. And just it lets you do some really stupid combos, and along with the Spirit Master, lets you go off with Snow. If you banish Solitaire Spirit Master, you get a free rank 4 and like a pop, along with the Book of Moon. Next we play just 3 Ash Blossoms, hand traps. I have no real need to play other hand traps aside from Ash Blossom because I don't really want to see them, and also because the zombie you can summon it off a Mezuki to make like a Black Rose or MX Invoker or something like that. Yeah, I don't really want to run hand traps, but this is the only hand trap I'd run. 3 Snow. Card is absolutely insane in 60 card decks. Basically lets you trigger off Giant Rex, Spirit Master, Solitaire. It's good disruption for your opponent, and it's good fodder for Conductor Tyranno, because what you can do is banish 7, special summon it while you have a Conductor Tyranno out. And then basically you just wait for your opponent to try and do something. You can just Book of Moon their whole field with Conductor Tyranno just by popping this, and allows you to reuse it again. And it's also great fodder for like level 4s, rank 4s, like plays, etc. Next we got the plants, the 1 Garnet Plant and 3 Scorpio. I would try to find space for the Lone Fire, but I couldn't honestly. But because I don't really rely on this whole like the Brilliant Fusion thing. But this card is absolutely nuts when you get it off, because it's a rank 3. It goes into your Curious, into your Mrs. Radiant. It goes into basically lets you end with possibly Curious and like 2 rank 4s maybe, or like a Curious rank 4 level 8 synchro, and like it lets you basically cycle through your whole deck by just dumping everything to the grave at that point. Let's see. Next we play the Perform Mages, Juggler, Hat Tricker, and Clown. Clown is usually for just because mill, it's a rank 4, and you can send it off the Brilliant Fusion to get the rank 4 play with 1,000 Blades. You play the 1 Hat Tricker just because it's a really good combo starter, and also just a good extender because you just search it off the Juggler. Because usually with the Juggler you would either send it with Brilliant Fusion, or you just mill it, or you would, on the off chance, like use its actual effect to prevent you from getting like burned for damage, or like killed by attacks, and you could just search this guy off and let you go into Mrs. Radiant or Curious and all that. 1 Gigantes. This card I've been toying around with. I think it's pretty good because it lets you trigger off the Giant Rex because it is an Earth, but also because if you are fearful of backrow, you can just crash this into something big like a Masterpiece if they don't pop it. and basically you just give him a heavy storm effect, which is pretty cool. 1000 Blade, mostly to summon off the Invoker, and for the Trick Clown, and also it can prevent you from getting straight up OTK'd sometimes. It's a really good card. Next we got Glow Up Bulb, mostly just for synchro plays and also for link plays as well. Other than that, it's just there to keep milling and extending and all that. Next we got the Brick Boy and 3 Brilliance. Not really much to say about this. It's an extra normal summon, and it helps you build up your graveyard with like Snow or Wolf or anything like that. And it's an overall good card. Next we got 3 Desires. Because drawing cards is good. You don't really care about banishing 10 in this deck because most of the times you're not going through those 10 through those 10 cards. So Desires is a must because there are times where you break really hard and the only option is to Desires, and you don't really care about what you banish half the time. 3 Charge to search for your Raiden. You never really actually search out Wolf unless, of course, you don't have any targets in deck, but it allows you to mill 3 for cost, so they can't really Ash it unless they really don't want you to get a Raiden. But it lets you build up your graveyard, search out your Lightsworn, and go from there. Which also leads into 3 Solar Recharges, which allows it to, which basically you usually charge, recharge, and basically you draw 2, mill 2. So in the end, you would be milling like 5 cards off the regular charge, which is pretty good. Also, just drawing cards is really good, and it helps you build up your graveyard and basically fill up your hand a bit.
Alright, what do you gotta say to the people that think Solar Recharge is a bad card in this version of the deck?
I mean, it's alright. I personally like it more just because I've been playing Lightsworns for a long time, but I think that this gives it a higher ceiling in a sense. It lets you basically dig through your deck for more answers, mill out your Snows. It basically gives you more options in a sense, compared to without it. Next we got 3 Fossil Digs. It's basically Rhoda for level 6 or lower dinos, and the only dinos you're actually searching is Oviraptor. There are times when you do search the Giant Rex though, but that's in rare occasions. Next we got 2 Double Evolution Pill. This card is nuts. I don't know what they were thinking when they printed it, but basically what it does is it lets you banish a dino, namely something like a Giant Rex and another non-dinosaur monster. So you'd usually banish Rex and a Wolf, or Rex and the Cobra, and basically you would get out a free Conductor Tyranno or a free Qualtus or Dogeron if you're feeling like that. Basically for almost no cost, because usually half the times the things that you banish will pay off. So you banish Rex and Spirit Master, so you basically get a free level 4 and pop something on your opponent's field, which is pretty good. Next we got the Foolish Burial. Pretty much self-explanatory graveyard setup. Basically, it's just mostly just graveyard setup, and it helps you send a Wolf for a rank 4 play. Soul Charge. This card is broken. You always want to draw this off of Yugioh or off your recharge. Basically, if you ever draw this card, you kind of just win half the time. It's very hard for your opponent to come back on such a big board, because his deck just pumps out some insane boards sometimes. And lastly, the One Grass. I don't play left arm because I don't want to banish my whole hand, and I know there are the right way to play it is you do all your plays first, then you left arm for this. But it's just that I don't really ever actually rely on this card compared to the other profiles I've seen mostly. So I just play just the grass just because milling 20 cards is pretty good. Next, it's the extra deck. We play. We play 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Amaterasu, 1 Logia, 1 Baguska, and 1 Minerva for rank 4s. Minerva is pretty much is the heart and soul of the deck. You just mill 3. If it gets popped, you mill 3 more and pop cards. You get to draw cards if you mill Lightsworn, which is why I also play Lightsworn, because it lets you draw. But mostly you just use this for the mill. Baguska is a good card to end on if your hand isn't really that good. It's just a good stun card to play on. Yeah, basically. Logia is absolutely the nuts because you can just make it off just having an Oviraptor and just Snow Banish 7 summon the Giant Rex. Because this will let you basically prevent your opponent from playing. Well, basically, it will negate the first spell trap that they can activate, and it also negates things like a Masterpiece summon that just by attributing summoning. And basically, it prevents a lot of good inherent summons. Amaterasu is like the ultimate combo extender. Because what you do usually is you banish 7 for snow. You banish like your ash and like a couple of other things, and then basically you would make this with like 2 level 4s, and then on your turn you could special summon a banish level 4 lower. So you banish like Mezuki or like Unizombie or like a Raiden, and just keep going from there. Or and then on your opponent's turn, basically on your standby phase, you would just activate this effect, add back the Ash Blossom that was banished, or like add back like a hand trap that's banished, and it's absolutely insane. Dweller for the mirror match and like for basically anything else that's like graveyard related. It's not much really to say about that. And Tornado Dragon is just another good card to end on because it's really good against the Pendulum matchup and like Draco matchup as well, because like disrupting their diagram or disrupting their Astrograph effect, pop itself, you know, those types of things are really good. Next we also play the one Invoker for the Predaplant combo. Literally the only reason we play this is for the Predaplant combo, but there are times where I summon it like just to keep on extending with just the Predaplants, but yeah, it's the only really card I use. The one Brilliant Fusion target, which is Seraph Knight, extra normal summons are really good, no need to explain. We play 3 Link monsters. We play 1 Mrs. Radiant for the Predaplants, 1 Curious to basically send whatever we want to the graveyard and mill 3, and Yugioh to basically draw out like our entire deck because this card is absolutely insane. It's graceful charity on lights and just keeps on like allowing you to extend your combos. It's absolutely insane. Next for Synchros, we play 1 Beals because this card is Masterpiece Bane of Existence because it can't be destroyed by card effects, can't be destroyed by battle. Basically, you just keep beating over their masterpieces if they don't have if it's unaffected by diagram, which is pretty good. Next we play 1 Omega for the Solitaire. I don't like playing 2 Omega just because the extra deck is already really tight, but this card is actually I don't actually ever go into it that often. I was thinking about cutting it, but then I'm like I do deal with a lot of banish, and like Solitaire is really good to make this, so I might just keep the 1. Next we play 1 Scarlight. This card is really cheesy. I love this card. I've been summoning this card a lot in my playtesting. This card is a good way to finish games because like you poke them with a bunch of damage, and like they might have like a 500 or something like that, or like a couple like 1500 health left, and your board is full of special summon monsters half the time. So you just make this with a tuner, non-tuner, probably like a Raiden, like Mezuki or like Unizombie into this, and then you just activate its effect. You blow up everything on the field that has less attack than this, and you just burn your opponent for 500 for each one, which is a really cheesy way to end games, and it also comes in really clutch at times. And then we got the 1 Black Rose because Black Rose is a really good card. I like blowing up the opponent's board and like banishing my Scorpio in the graveyard to basically make your opponent's attack, make the monster 0, which is pretty good. And then for the side deck, it's pretty standard. 3 Call by the Grave, negate hand traps. 3 Barrier for the Pendulum matchup and stop anything else. 3 Lancia for the Invoked. 3 Ogres, good card, and 3 Drolls for anything really.
Alright, sir, if you have to give one card, if you have to give 1 card in your main deck, extra deck, and side deck MVP, what would they be?
In my main deck, I'd probably give it to where is it? To Snow, just because it's a lot of disruption. And then for my extra deck, I'd probably give it to I can't really decide because I would either give it to Minerva just because it saved me a bunch of times, or Black Rose because I did Black Rose mill 36 off grass one time. And then the side deck, there's really not one. There really hasn't been anything that's like straight up won me games. Like I guess you could say Lancia, just because it's really good against the Mech Knight Invoke, because like that deck is really weird to play against. Just because they like banishing all my stuff, and like I don't want them to banish my snows with Invocation or anything like that. So I'd probably give it to Lancia. Alright, well you heard it here first. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Teammate Noah and Sergio here, and then I'll see you later on in the week. Where is